think us guys are just hardwired to like things that explode. We make movies where things explode, we play games to make things explode, we even have an entire holiday based entirely around making things explode. The only thing that guys like more than making things explode are cars that explode. And cars that explode are only second to bacon and things that guys like. Now with a game like Twisted Metal, where everything explodes if you look at it too hard, I have to wonder why guys aren't all flocking to the scene to buy 5 copies each. Before I clarify that statement, let me back up. I used to play the original Twisted Metal back when I was 8 at my friend's house, and I loved it. I was really good at it. Of course, I would always just choose the gigantic car and then roll over all the motorcycles, because that was the easiest way to win. When the new Twisted Metal was announced, I was ecstatic. Graphics update, a better story, better gameplay, and online capabilities. I was sold. Then I actually bought the game and I felt like I wasted a lot of money. Let's get something straight. It's impossible to balance a video game where everybody's in different cars of varying strengths trying to blow each other up with different kinds of missiles. The only way you could balance this game is if you put everybody in the exact same car with the exact same weapons. And then it's not fun. Twisted Metal has about 20 different vehicles, each with varying strengths and varying weapons, so of course it's going to be unbalanced. By no means is unbalanced bad. Everybody's going to be different cars of varying strengths, so that means that everybody can use tactics and strategy to be able to kill each other. Then the win feels so much tastier when your tiny motorcycle manages to overcome a gigantic semi-truck. Local multiplayer is possibly the best part of the game. There are enough cars and vehicles and places to go and things to do that people will be able to have tons of fun no matter what you're doing. But Twisted Metal is known for having a really good multiplayer section. I'm here for the story. Well, there's this guy who owns Calypso Industries, whose name happens to be Calypso, who can grant wishes. He holds contests every once in a while so that people can try and come and have their wish granted by him. You're going to follow 3 separate people's stories to get their wishes granted. You got Sweet Tooth, an ice cream man turned serial killer whose wish is to be taken to where his daughter has been hiding for all these years to do something unsettling to her. You have Mr. Grimm, the most racist thing I've ever seen, whose wish is to warn his late father of his death so that he could still be alive today. And then you have Dollface, whose wish is to be the most beautiful girl in the world. I've watched enough Fairly Odd Parents in my childhood to know that wishes are never a good idea. They always backfire. Not only that, but the story is twisted as all get out, but I'm gonna let it slide because straightforward metal just wouldn't have sounded as good on the cover. I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret on how to beat the game. Use Sweet Tooth's van for every single match. It's got a homing missile attack, and it's extremely strong. You might as well just use that. The game also has these really random race sessions that are thrown in at random times just to tick you off, and they make no sense whatsoever. I did manage to beat the story on normal difficulty, but upon finishing it, I felt like a small part of my life just kind of drifted away, like I had wasted a whole 2 weeks of my life. You don't even get anything significant for doing well. You get a few bronze trophies and then the game pats you on the back and sends you on your way. If you do manage to get gold on every single match on Twisted difficulty, you get a free car, but anybody who's willing to do that needs to be put in a loony room. Then there's the online multiplayer, the main reason for this game getting the reboot. It's just like the local multiplayer. The only difference is nobody's in the same room as you, you're playing against 15 other people, and everybody calls you a flapping duck sandwich for no reason other than to piss you off. I will agree that it's extremely fast-paced. Within 3 seconds of you dying, you'll be on the road again. However, just getting into an online match is difficult. Each room has these really weird problems that nobody knows how to start the stupid match, and then you're going to be sitting there for 30 minutes before the auto start finally kicks in. The game as a whole actually has several sad problems. Cars will explode for no reason whatsoever other than just tick you off. There were several times where I turned too fast on a piece of paper that was just particularly ferocious and I'd be sent 50 feet into the air. By no means do I hate the game though, I actually like it a lot. The local multiplayer is enough for me to be able to recommend this game for you. It's actually a blast. And if the online multiplayer does get fixed anytime soon, that would be really fun too. I'd recommend this game to anybody who has a PS3. I'd just say that you should wait a few weeks. Wait for the price to drop about $20 and wait for the online game to become refined and better. I'm going to give the game 3.5 flaming chainsaws out of 5 with a gigantic asterisk at the end of it. I'm giving it a really good rating because I know that Eat, Sleep, Play are going to work their butts off to make this game as good as possible. To wrap things up, Twisted Metal feels like that kid who woke up late for school and left half of his things at home. Sure, he can go home and get his stuff, but it's not going to get any extra credit from me.